So some of you will already be aware of this, but I am making this video to break it down. So the UK government recently published the restrictions on international students. So if you're an international student coming to the UK to study, or if you're an international student already in the UK, this applies to you. So regardless of whether you are in the UK or outside the UK, there are some restrictions that are applicable to you. So a lot of people are just focusing on the dependent reduction of bringing in dependent, but that's not the only restrictions the government have put in place. If you've not heard or you've not read this before, or you just want to hear my own breakdown of the government restrictions, then stick with me, because this is what this video is about. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is FaithOjone, and on this channel I talk about ways you can travel abroad and settle abroad. I share resources with you and how you can get started, and I share latest updates concerning the UK, the new immigration policy, what's happening in the UK. As an immigrant like me, you'd like to stay updated on the latest policy in the UK, and I share story time as well. So if these are the kind of content that interests you, hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you do not miss any of my videos. Without saying so much, let's get started. The government has put new rules in place regarding student visa that will greatly reduce the number of people coming to the UK to live permanently. The rules will make it harder for international students to bring their family members with them, except for those coming to study for their PhD. The government will no longer allow people to use a student visa as a way to work in the UK without proper authorization anymore. So according to the national statistics, the estimated number of people moving to the UK minus those leaving was more than 500,000 between June 2021 and June 2022. So despite the new restrictions, the government has stated that it remains committed to international education strategy. The international education strategy is important because it helps to support the UK's economy by bringing students who will contribute to the economy through their spending and other economic activities. I mean, if they come to the UK as a student, you're definitely going to work, and after your study you stay back to want to work, so you're contributing a lot to the UK's economy. So it is important to remember that the government has made a promise to the public to decrease overall migration and ensure that people coming to the UK have valuable skills and contribute to the UK's economy, and beneficial to the UK. After the Brexit, when the UK opened up their border, not a lot of citizens are happy with it because they voted Brexit because they want people out of their country. Now you're opening borders for people to come in, so now the government promised the public, that its citizens, that they're going to reduce the amount of people they allow into the country. So it's also important to know that the terms of the graduate route will remain the same. Nothing about the graduate route has changed, so you will still get your post-study visa for 2 years, and all of those rules still remains the same according to the Home Office. So these new changes will start to take effect from January next year for students who begin their study at that time. Okay, so however, the government will collaborate with universities and colleges to explore other options that would allow the brightest and the most talented students to bring their family members when they study in the UK's top university. So it is not like it's completely closed that you cannot come with your dependents, just that now they are going to shift that benefit to only the brightest and those who study in the top university. So if you still want to bring your family to the UK, if you can afford top UK university and you are good, then you can strike a deal with your university, I guess, and hopefully you will be an exception. So that's what the UK government is saying. To prevent the misuse of visa system, international students will no longer be allowed to switch from a student visa to work visa until they have completed their studies. This measure is put in place to ensure that visa system is not exploited. So a lot of people sort of use student visa to come to the UK, and after 3 months they quickly switch. I know that some people who are coming to study in the UK, not all of them have the intention of studying. Some already have plans. So the government will now examine the amount of money that students need to show, in order to take care of themselves and their family members while in the UK. Now, your proof of funds is also going to be scrutinized. So, if you're planning on coming to the UK to study, make sure you have the exact proof of funds, the real one. So they will also take action against dishonest international student agents who might be assisting with inappropriate visa application. This one is very needed. Okay, I agree with this one. This one is so needed. A lot of school agents, like those people that claim to be study agents, they don't usually tell the student the truth. They just want their money. They just want them to go to the university. They don't tell them the truth. I remember a student who reached out to me, was like, the agent did not tell her that she will be paying her complete school fees when she gets to the UK. So she wanted to go for study plan that you can pay gradually until you finish paying, which is so unfair. So a lot of students are being taken advantage by all these student agents. So the government is cracking down on them as well. When the government considered the reduction of temporary factor, it is anticipated that net migration will decrease significantly in the near future. So therefore, the adjustments made to student visa strike a good balance by supporting the UK's economy, including the top-notch educational institution, while also staying true to the government promise to decrease overall net migration. The plans announced on Wednesday, the 23rd, 2023, do not take away from the government's successful international education strategy, which aimed to have 600 international students studying in the UK university each year by 2030 for 2 consecutive years. The Education Secretary stated that attracting top students from all over the world is not only beneficial for the UK universities, but also essential for the economy and building important global relationships. According to the UK, there has been a significant increase in the number of family members accompanying students to the UK, so it is necessary to take measures to reduce the number while still maintaining their commitment to the international education strategy, which continue to enhance the UK education sector and make a substantial contribution to the overall economy in the UK. So after the UK departure from the EU, the government implemented point-based immigration system, giving the government full control over the country's border. Okay, now the system is designed to adapt to the needs of economy and job markets, ensuring that the UK have the necessary skills, talents that they required by businesses and the National Health Services, that's the NHS, and the government do regularly review its immigration policies to ensure that they fulfill their promises to the public and regarding net migration. I'm sure you know this, they change their policy like every day. Someone commented like, is it every day that the UK government change their policy? So you should expect different policy changes because they're no longer with the EU, so they cannot use the EU laws. So they're still trying to find their feet. So they're trying to put things in place. So they are definitely going to be reviewing things. If they bring up a new policy, if it is not working, they're going to review it or they're going to change it. So if you want to know about the latest information, new policies change and all of that, you want to subscribe to my channel. I would always say this, I say this on my Instagram a lot. As long as you're not yet a citizen, you do not have indefinite leave to remain, you need to stay updated with UK's immigration policy, regardless of if you're already in the UK or outside the UK, because they can come up with a policy that will affect even those in the UK. So, and I'm your girl, okay? I'm always giving you the latest updates. So subscribe to my channel so you know what's happening as a resident of the UK, especially if you're not yet a citizen. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. If this video was helpful, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.